how I got to where I am is actually through a deep study of mobile systems. So considering mostly smartphones and tablets when I was working on my PhD at Rice University, and getting my doctorate on understanding the computer visual systems. So the visual systems of understanding what's coming in through the cameras and understanding where that makes magic happen in these augmented reality and virtual reality spaces by enabling your devices to know where they are in space so that you can then infuse the virtual spaces to tie the physical and the virtual together. As I started teaching in the School of Arts, Media, and Engineering, I found a lot of excitement in actually building the experiences themselves, building out virtual environments. Now, the tools have evolved quite well, and the hardware has evolved to a point where this stuff is actually quite possible, and that the only limitation is who's showing up to the party and actually designing and developing these experiences. So where that kind of struck me is that we need to be able to put this in the hands of more people. Core values that we go after. There is a spirit of really trying to make things accessible for as many people as possible, but there is also a spirit of being engaging. About our users and their perspectives is itself a core value that we really approach and reflect through the studio. This depends on the task at hand. There are definitely some projects where we come at it at really trying to innovate at a new technology, a new affordance that we're trying to study. But on the other side of the design process is when we work with clients and they have specific needs, we really go into understanding what their needs are and having conversations with our clients to understand what is the realm of possibilities and how do those relate to their ultimate goals, their values. Having a crack team that is able to do these sorts of things is actually also important to our process as well. So we're trying to do this at scale across the university, across departments, to build up these crack teams of individuals who are specialists in their areas, but also interested in collaborating at these intersections of the skills of the future to then realize these impactful work as they come in. Where I would like design to go is to be more collaborative and to be finding these intersections where they're not already, instead of these silos. If design is going that way or not is kind of its own, controversial discussion, but I would like to see it go that way. I'd like to shape it to go in that way of looking at these intersections of different people, different perspectives, have artists, animators, designers, engineers, all working together without even necessarily labeling themselves as such, but just different people thinking differently and together shaping towards these projects. I think that's what leads to some quite innovative product. The right time and resource in order to build up people's skills and experience and expertise. Philosophical challenges, it is really figuring out how to educate your potential users, your clients, your stakeholders about what's possible with these AR and VR technologies so that you can then use that to inform the discussion of what would be really great to build. To always be ready to pick up new skills, new concepts, and perhaps most importantly, new mindsets as well. And being open to receiving and building up new skills, concepts, and mindsets. It's necessary to go in with a sense of humility, of that you don't know everything, but also not fear that you can't know, right? Go in there with some level of courage and belief in yourself that you will be able to pick things up. Things are not as hard as they may seem at the beginning. You can't get to the 10th thing that you've built without building the first 9 things. And so expecting your first thing to be great is probably not the expectation you should set for yourself, but just start working, start building, start using your muscles, your design muscles to start building things out. And it's never too early and it's never too late to just put pen to paper and just start building things out. So definitely get going.